Hi, it's Rainy from Stormbringer. We're at the European Carnage Tour 2011. With me is Chris Broderick from MEGADETH. Chris, the last stages, I guess with today only 6 shows left. So how was the European Carnage Tour with Slayer so far?
It's been awesome. I mean, it's like we rolled into it and we just picked things up where everything left off, you know. So we've gotten really used to working with them, and they're all great guys, and you know, we just have it's like a fine oiled machine, you know. It just works so well, and I think the fans can sense that.
Normally, Dave is doing Megadeth interviews. Some of them is also David Ellefson now doing. Yep. So for me, it's really cool to have you here because to get a different perspective of the view. So how is it for you doing now interviews for Megadeth, one of the leading metal bands in the whole scene?
It's horrible.
Really?
No, I'm just kidding. No, it's actually really good. You know, I like to, I don't know that I'm the most outward person or anything like that, but I do like the idea that people are interested in what I have to say. You know what I mean? So these are a little bit trying for me at times, but I think they're good for me. Yeah.
You joined Megadeth 2008. Last year at the same venue you played with Megadeth. I did an interview with Dave and he told me that it was beyond your abilities on guitar playing. You built up his gym in his house. Was this really one of the reasons why you got the job in Megadeth?
Well, you know, he's the one who made the decision, right? Ultimately, so he would be the one to, you know, if that's what he said, you know. But we did get together. I helped him put together his gym, but there was so much else going on. You know, when I got together with him, we met. James Lomenzo was there, and we all kind of just talked about, you know, what he would expect from me and what I would, you know, expect from the band as a whole, and what they, you know, what the timeline was for things, and then we just got to work, you know, including the gym.
When you joined Megadeth and let Jack Panzer behind, was it behind the personal reasons? I know you are still in contact with the guys and you love them all. Was there also a financial aspect to get into Megadeth when you got the offer?
No, not at all. It was the idea that, you know, the guys in Jag Panzer are all great, but the amount that they could actually get out and tour and play and really promote, you know, our music was fairly limited because so many of them had jobs where they could get away maybe 2 weeks out of a year. And so, you know, I was kind of set up so that, you know, I could tour, you know, at the drop of a hat. And that's a big reason why I toured with Nevermore, because they were getting out more. But it was only as a fill-in guitarist. Yeah.
You said touring with Nevermore, you did a lot more touring with Nevermore than with Jack Panzer. So how is it different now with Megadeth? It's more huge? Or what are the reason? How is it with Megadeth? Better? Bigger?
Well, I'm doing more video interviews. So no, it's just on a different scale. You know, there's a lot more going on in terms of production. You know, I'd never really done meet and greets before. We do 2 meet and greets a day sometimes, maybe even up to 4. I think we've done lots of press, lots of interviews, and a lot of in-store kind of stuff we'll do sometimes. And then there's a lot more filming of the shows as well. So it's just, yeah, more under the microscope, I guess I would say.
And you were part of the Big 4 shows last year.
Yes.
You will be this year again. Honestly, at the Sofia show, at the Am I Evil Jam at the end of Metallica's show, how many goosebumps did you have?
That was, for me, that was so awesome because it was just the time to come out and really have fun with everybody that had come out and made the Big 4 happen, you know. And jamming with everybody on stage, you know, Rob Trujillo and James Hetfield and all of the other guys. I mean, it's like a dream come true, you know. And we all did just go out and have fun. You can tell, you can see it in the video.
With a band that has such a memorable and extensive history like Megadeth, and the ability to create really amazing set lists. So how was it for you? Did you have any problems playing catch up to learn the catalog of Megadeth, or was it an easygoing thing for you?
Well, there were times because Dave kind of he'll do things on the fly sometimes, and so he'll he knows his catalog so well, and so he'll be like, you know what, I feel like playing this song tonight, and it would have been at one point in time a song I'd never played, and so all of a sudden I was back in the dressing room doing my homework and trying to get it ready for that night.
In a recent interview, David Ellefson said that Megadeth is currently working on a new album, and that it will be, he said, heavy, hooky, and it will have the trademarks anyone will expect from a Megadeth record. Can you give us now any news about, in this early stage of the songwriting process, even when it's too early to encapsulate the final result? How is now the songs? You have finished songs or just ideas? How is it going?
I would say it's a lot of riffs. And, I couldn't. The funny thing is I couldn't even tell you how the end product is going to be because we have so many riffs and so many ideas that I don't even think we've chose the final set that we're going to complete as songs. So we've got so much material that we've got to kind of start developing to see what's going to be the best and be the best fit for this next CD.
Normally, anyone is expecting that Dave is writing the whole material. Is it so that you have your input, or David Ellefson has your input? Or is it just really that Dave is coming on with the ideas and say, "How guys, we play this, we play that"?
Well, I think we all submit our ideas, and Dave's given great feedback on a lot of things that we've submitted. But at the end of the day, it's got to sound like Megadeth, or the fans would be disappointed, and so. Who better to go to than Dave for that, right?
So the end decision is he?
Yes. Oh, yeah. And I wouldn't want it any other way because if all of a sudden if Dave just came to me and said, "Okay, Chris, I really want you to take over the songwriting for this CD," it would end up being a very different sounding CD, and again, that would come back to the fans, and they would be like, "Well." Maybe it sounds good, but it's not Megadeth. So,
Dave said in several interviews, brought up the retirement topic because how precise is this now from your point of view, or is the chemistry now with the new lineup so good that you enjoy yourself so much that you can't imagine that Dave will retire in the near future?
Right. I don't know. I think we are rolling really smoothly right now. I think everybody's having a really good time. And as a band, we feel exceptionally solid. But you never know. There comes a point in everybody's life where I think they say, you know what, at this point, I just want to smell the roses, So that's totally for Dave to decide. But I'm definitely, with him all the way. So, yeah.
Good. Last question. You have a degree in classical guitar, so how you ended up in Mel's?
Well, I actually, it's been a huge duality throughout my whole guitar playing career. As soon as I picked up the guitar, I had an interest in metal, of course, and then also in classical guitar as well, right off the bat. And at the time I started really studying, I started studying both and bringing them up independently. So, even though I got a degree in classical guitar performance, don't think that I wasn't, practicing my metal riffs in my off hours,
Chris, thank you very much for your time. Have fun on the rest of the dates, and we're looking forward for the new Megadeth album.
Thank you, guys. You're welcome. Have a good one, everybody.